Well, now that our snowstorms are winding down, it won't be long before the inversions return. Those of us who live here certainly know what these inversions are like, but for those of us who've never been in one, well, researchers at the University of Utah are doing some testing to help everyone understand. Keith McCord is looking down on the valley tonight. It's sure clear out there now, Keith.
It is, Deanie. Yeah, the folks up at the are experimenting with something that's called immersion media or immersion technology, and that can put anybody right in the middle of the lousy air and feel what it's like to live in the stuff. We've all seen photos and video images of the thick, dirty, and stale air over the years, but these two-dimensional shots don't actually put us in the middle of the gunk.
My lab studies all sorts of camera technology, from immersive cameras to ultraviolet cameras.
Jacob Jensen, Associate Dean of the Hughes College of Humanities, is now experimenting with the Nokia Ozo camera, one of only a few dozen available in the world right now. The $60,000 camera has 8 lenses that produce 360-degree 4K images.
We're trying to come up with situations where we think it will be meaningful, that it'll be an experience that people say, wow, that was really different in immersion than it was just watching a video of it.
So he and his staff thought our inversion would be a good candidate. Last August, they went to the East Bench and recorded the Salt Lake Valley on a clear day. They then went back to the same spot about 3 weeks ago and recorded the inversion for comparison.
And for me, in the headset, I'm inside of this space. So you're seeing literally what I look at any given moment, but for me, I'm inside of the shots. I think when it comes to inversion, it's really easy to say, oh yeah, well, it's bad air quality, there it is, and kind of have a distance from it. But when you actually have to be in it, you start thinking of things like, oh man, I would hate to have my kids in this.
Jensen says videos like this can be a valuable tool in helping researchers study inversion characteristics at any time of the year, not just when the inversions occur.
But it also reaches someone who maybe is, that's not a big thing, or oh, I don't really care about that, or I don't really see what the big deal is. But then when they're forced to be in the same space with it, maybe that reaches them in a whole other way.
I put those glasses on and looked through them, and yeah, I felt like I was in an inversion, in the guy's office. So it really is pretty interesting technology. Professor Jensen says he's going to keep using the camera in other ways, studying our inversion, like he wants to put that camera, that expensive camera, on a drone and fly it through the inversion to see what kind of images he gets there. So could be used in other areas too, medical types of studies, that kind of thing. They're just getting started with this thing. They've only had it a few months, but interesting technology for sure.
Lots of potential there. Keith, thanks.
Justice for a